Well, our mics are hot again.
Oh. That could have been embarrassing.
Thought I had configured this to play at the proper resolution on OBS, but we got there eventually. Should be looking good on stream, I hope.
Looks a bit blurry on my side, but otherwise okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's a 1-bit game. That'll happen.
Yeah.
Plus, I stream at a pretty low bit rate, because my internet is not fantastic by any stretch.
Yeah. Well, the thing about World of Horror is that it's gonna kinda look crappy no matter what you do, so...
And the stream attests that it's looking good enough.
Yeah.
So when I started using this new computer, this is like the only game that I lost my save on.
Mm.
And it was near 100% completion.
Ouch.
Yeah.
I remember years ago when I got my PS2, I had one memory card. I might have told this story before. I had one memory card which corrupted on Christmas Day. Lost about 300 hours worth of saves over half a dozen games or so.
Yeesh.
One of them was Disgaea, which I was about 3/4 of the way through. Never been able to play it since.
Yep, that sucks. We've all been there.
Yep.
The true horror of losing your saves. It really is a nightmare. That's why it's the most effective scare in Eternal Darkness.
Yep. Everyone remembers that one.
I don't even know what's being said here, but I like these little chibi doodles. Oh, she's reading the Necronomicon. Oh, she's a gun and sword wielding zombie.
So kawaii.
What's our spell today? So the lower our HP is, the more damage the spell does.
Glass cannon build, fun.
It costs HP to shoot the spell as well, making it more effective the more you use it. I'm going to check what we're going to get. We do have the Polaroid, so try and remember for me what the second enemy I fight is, because I'm going to forget.
Let me get a pen and paper.
By the time we meet the second enemy, you'll probably forget as well. It's a clever ploy by the developer.
Okay, note-taking equipment at the ready.
Glorious. Analog style.
At least it's not graph paper.
So we can keep reading the library notes, and they will keep giving us spells at the cost of more and more reason. I'm going to make this a spells run, because in all my recorded runs, I haven't used very many spells.
Sanity is overrated.
Yep. Now, unfortunately, I learned Third Eye twice, and then threw the notes away. So, I guess those are the spells we're going to get for now. And I'm going to forget Third Eye, because there's literally no reason to have it twice.
Yeah.
Take a bath, gain some experience. I never normally play as these default characters, but my save is deleted, so now I have to. Ooh, Teen Witch.
I gotta go goth.
You gotta. And on to the mysteries. What do we got? Evolving Eels, that's a popular one, for good reason.
Do like some alliteration.
They're all alliteration. Rancid Brahmin, Blood-Curdling Botanist. Beer Festival, and Household Hell.
Yeah, I bought this back when it first came out, when there was only like 3 or 4 mysteries. Keep meaning to get back into it, but never have.
Yeah. They just got a big chunk of new content at the end of last year, which was really good, and I went through most of it on recording.
I think I watched 2 or 3 of those videos.
Yeah. They were surprisingly well received. I didn't expect people to like World of Horror that much. What are our stats looking like?
It's definitely a love it, hate it kind of game.
Mm-hmm. It does bring out strong opinions.
Yep.
And we talked about it in an old video that it doesn't present itself very well to new players.
Yeah, that's true. It's very punishing to begin with.
Yep. There's a lot of weirdness. We are going through the town exploring things, but every so often we will, say while we're walking up a staircase, we'll get a phone call from a wired preacher. How? We don't know. Just use your imagination. We have 3% Doom right now, so it's not really worth talking to this guy. We'll just hang up and lose the reason. Yeah, this is definitely a game that it's very fun to experience it on your own, completely blind. Because it does get legitimately creepy. What do you think? Buy an expensive soda or a cheap one?
I would go with cheap.
Alright, good call. Uh-oh. You buy a can of off-brand soda, and when you reach for it, something inside the machine catches your hand. When you jerk it out, injuring yourself. We cut an artery buying that soda. On our neck somehow. We were bobbing for that soda in the soda machine.
Just trying to pull it out with your teeth?
Yep.
The hell?
It's like when they were about to cut off Homer Simpson's arms. At the last second, they
go
asked,
back, right?
Are you still holding on to the cans?
Everyone.
I should go to the hospital and get my sliced throat repaired.
Your neighbor was really into eels, it seems. Yeah, I've seen that video.
Into the doctor's office, rob the doctor, of course. That's where you want to start. Talk to the skull. It's watching our every move. And then actually receive some healing. Could have been worse. Could have been much, much worse.
Yeah, at least your head's still attached.
It's something to do with my aspect ratio that has the Doom meter off the screen. I do wish I could see my Doomometer. But not right now. We'll have to make do. I have to go to a different menu. I said it before, the UI in this game, in certain resolutions, it's really bad, and I don't know why. And I wish they would fix it.
He looks like a cheerful friend.
Yep. We owe him an escape right now, because I don't think I have anything that can do much to him. Maybe I'll shoot him with a multiply wound. What's his HP looking like? 24? What do you think? Shoot him with our own pain as a death laser, or run away from him?
I would run. But then again, my suggestions have not been good. My first one, and we nearly died.
That one, I guarantee, saved us a lot of HP, and probably kept us from dying in the midst of this mystery. Yeah, but like right now, if I were to full screen the game, it would play in a 4:3 aspect ratio, and it would distort the text in order to do that.
Ooh.
And that would make it harder to read. And yeah, I don't know why they haven't fixed that yet with all the updates that have come out.
Yeah, there's quite a few long-lasting bugs, if I remember.
Mm-hmm. They're working on it, slowly but surely. First enemy, the Stalker Girl. She's a vampire, according to this little symbol. We still don't have a weapon. We could punch her.
Don't see that doing much good, but...
Second enemy?
Yep, you asked to...
There we go.
Yep.
Confirmed, this is definitely the second enemy. We will also escape from this one. And head into the apartment, because Kana has gone missing. We have decided to check the neighbor's apartment ourselves. So it's full of eels. What do you think? We can explore the bathroom, the bedroom, or just leave?
Bathroom. See if you can find a hovercraft.
Sure. Oh. This is a shoddy hovercraft at best.
That's not a hovercraft, that's a corpse.
A swollen body of your neighbor is rotting away inside putrid, murky water. Both his eyes are missing, with countless tiny blood trails leading from them in all directions. -1 reason, -1 stamina.
I understand the loss of reason, but the stamina's a bit weird.
Yeah, they do that sometimes. Like, it indicates that your character is nauseous from the sheer amount of gore they're seeing.
That makes more sense.
Yeah. Sometimes it is very, very illogical, though. So
Yeah.
that didn't work. Now we can... I guess we can go back to the bathroom and lose more HP, or bedroom, or just leave.
Bedroom.
Bedroom. We found Kana. She found the neighbor, but when his eye burst, I slipped on the blood and lost consciousness. I'm afraid there's something in my own eye now, too.
Oh, I remember this one.
Yep. So.
It gets nasty.
How nasty do you want it to get, though? Do we take her to the hospital? Or do we pop it ourselves? It costs 3 reason.
Gotta pop it.
Alrighty. Here comes the airplane. Ow.
The surgery was successful.
Free them.
We both clearly have very different ideas on what surgery and success means.
Yeah, she's doing well enough.
She seems chipper.
Yeah. Loves having her eyes poked out. It's a classic bonding moment between friends.
Turns out she's actually a really big fan of Dead Space.
Yeah, I don't consider anyone a true friend until I've poked at least one of their eyes out.
Wow.
How long have we been friends?
Yes. Hey, I suffer from corneal erosion, recurrent corneal erosion. I'm lucky I have any eyes left.
Interesting. I actually had the same exact problem for many years of my life.
And
I've never heard anyone else who understood what it was.
No, I had it years and years ago. Been kind of lucky. My eyes still dry out every now and then, but at one point it got so bad I had to wear an eye patch, and they were seriously considering basically sealing my eye up to give it a chance to heal.
Wow.
Horrible.
Yeah, was it a thing like if your eyes dried out too much, the eyelid would fuse to part of the cornea and then rip it off?
Kind of. In my case, it was that for whatever reason, you know how during the day your eye gets scratched and scuffed up from dust and eyelashes and that sort of thing. In my case, it was that the eye wasn't healing properly when I went to sleep, so it was healing to my eyelid. So when I opened my eyes, it was the worst pain ever.
Yeah, that was my problem. I actually had like a piece of cardboard slice past my glasses into my eye and peeled part of the cornea. And once it had that injury, it would sometimes fuse to the thing and, it'd do the same thing.
Yeah.
Tear it right open, completely blind me for days on end.
Basically, yeah. I'm glad that I wasn't working at the time. Yeah. Because when it happened, it's like, okay, well, I'm going to just have to lie in bed for the rest of the day. Because there's nothing else I can do.
Yep. Exactly, yeah. Like, the pain of having such a sensitive organ so close to your brain. It's like not even pain, it's like intense sensation. Like, there's nothing quite like eye injuries.
Genuinely one of the worst pains I've ever felt in my life. It's like, they say that the two worst pain levels of pain that anyone can feel are childbirth and root canal surgery. This would be a very close third.
Yeah, I would believe it. So, as much as I love talking about eyeball injuries. I didn't even know. Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing with you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Interesting.
One of those things. I thought I'd mentioned it ages ago, but yeah, this was back in my early to mid 20s. I still need eye drops every now and then. I actually was asking about getting contact lenses at the optician a couple of weeks back, and she said, "Well, we can't book you in for that right now because your eyes are just too dry. So I'm needing to use eye drops before I go to bed every night for about the next 2 or 3 weeks."
Yeesh. Yeah, I got lucky and it just stopped happening to me at some point a couple of years back. I don't even know why I didn't do anything special.
It stopped with me eventually. Mm-hmm. Like, sometimes I'll wake up and my eyes will be sore, which I assume is, same thing, but not had any really bad attacks of it in, God, must be at least a decade. It's fun when you find yourself needing to go to the hospital at 6 in the evening because your eyes have just been that sore all day, and you can't even feed yourself.
Yeesh. So here's an event I've never seen before. I assume it is specific to this character. As you turn the corner into the corridor, you are met with the gruesome sight of a student's ghost. The girl is just standing there, pointing a bloody finger at one of the lockers. She's got to be trying to show you a clue, right? Trust her or ignore her.
I say we pay attention to the friendly dead girl.
Yeah, she seems friendly enough. Luck check failure. As you open the locker, the spirit shoves you in. It's full of knives. By the time you pull yourself off the blades, she's gone. As you recover, you sit and wonder why these ghosts can be so cruel. All you want to do is help. You hope that ghost can find some peace.
Friends don't do that. Friends don't push friends into lockers full of knives. Only jerks do that.
For real. So,
if you can't trust the dead, who can you trust? I mean, seriously.
Now her face is all cut up. And look what's happening. Look at these guys. They have become one. The entire class of 1971.
Huh. So who here in chat has seen Society?
I know I have.
Cue up the Blue Danube.
Yep, that guy was a real butthead.
See what you did there?
So there's something that I think should happen if I keep investigating the side here. What's our charisma?
6.
Yeah. I don't like our odds, but we'll try to talk them out of it. Charisma check failure. At least she jumped off a cliff. Slightly better than stabbing herself to death.
Yeah, that's a bit unusual.
Yeah.
Well, I could stab myself, but,
I would say definitely watch Society, now that you have heard of it. Strong recommend for that one.
Do not look anything up about it. Don't read about it, other than, like, a very basic synopsis. Just go into it blind. I introduced my girlfriend to it. She'd never heard of it, never seen any of Gordon and Yuzna's movies. We actually watched it on Christmas Day because I got her a copy of it for Christmas, and she said it was the most thing she had ever seen. She did not have words. She's like, I do not know what to make of it, but it was the most I've ever seen.
Yeah, Yuzna's movies are like, they're not good, but they're great.
They're,
At least the ones I've seen.
Yeah, they're very, like, they're an acquired taste, but not in a bad way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, Society, Reanimator, Faust,
He did
Love of the
Bride of
Damned.
Reanimator. Yeah.
Bride of Reanimator's a weird one.
Very weird.
From Beyond.
That one's Gordon as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like I love his movies to bits, both of them, because they're more famous for the stuff they've done together. But the stuff they've done separately is really good as well. Stuart Gordon actually worked on Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yep.
And was due
wrote
to
it, or co-wrote it or something ridiculous.
He wrote it and was due to direct it, but for whatever reason, I think he basically said that he disliked the Disney brass, so passed on it. But yeah, the guy that did Society and Robot Jocks, technically best known for Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah, Stuart Gordon has a weird amount of integrity, which kind of, like, it wasted maybe like half of his career. Unfortunately, now that he's gone, we could have
towards
had so
the end
much
of his
more.
life, he was just doing weird experimental short movies.
Yep.
Did one with William H. Macy, which was very difficult to watch.
I'm actually going to use my
I
multiply
reckon you
wound
can
for
take
once.
this guy.
So he's got 7 HP left. I think that did 4 the first time. Do I have anything to... Actually, I'm gonna put these away real quick in case he drops anything. And then blast him again. 3 HP left.
Mind Crush.
Wish I could throw this gem at him. Do you get the blue gem reference?
I feel like it's a Lovecraft reference.
Possibly. I know it best from Silent Hill 2.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
See, I was thinking something like the Shining Trapezohedron, which shows up a lot in the Lovecraft mythos.
Finger in the ramen. That old tale.
Yeah, that egg at the front also kind of looks like it's got a nipple on it,
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me either.
with a bite mark round it. Or maybe that's just me.
And all that happened from exposing the cannibal ramen shop is they had to close down for the season, but they keep popping up. And we can't eat ramen anymore.
Yeah, it ruined ramen for life.
Yep. Leading a mystery grants a random spell. Sure. This is the spells run, so why not? And I guess we'll pump knowledge.
Yeah, nothing bad ever happened to anyone who knew too much in a Lovecraftian game.
That's for sure. Okay. Now we can actually do stuff when we take a bath, like fill up the bottle with water. And restore some stamina. And back out to the fields. Let's see, we got the Fear Festival, we got Household Hell, and the Blood-Curdling Botanist. Any of those calling your name?
Fear Festival?
That's a pretty good one. I mean, we gotta hit them all eventually.
Yeah.
A fat man wearing dusty overalls approaches you. It's the inn owner. He promised to pick you up. His hands are so deformed they resemble claws.
I was going to say, up until that point, it was sounding a bit like Higurashi.
There's a thing I haven't seen in a very long time.
I picked it up on Blu-ray a while back. I keep meaning to get back into it, because it's the box set I've got has the first 3 seasons of it.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic series, love it to bits.
Yeah. That one definitely hooked me. I think it took a while to get me, but once it got me, couldn't put it down.
Typically I say to people, no matter what series it is, give it 3 episodes, and if you're still not feeling it, you're probably not going to feel it by that. But, any further. Higurashi, I say give it 6. Give it to the end of the first story arc.
Yeah, I would strongly agree. That one is a bit of a slow burn. And then there's
or just watch the 4 kids edit of it. Fiesta!
Yeah, that series, the first loop is a completely different beast from the entire rest of the series.
Yeah.
Once you realize that it's all repeating with different outcomes.
Yeah.
That's when you begin to understand, and it gets its hook.
That's the thing, because they don't even really say outright that there's a time loop going on until the second season.
Yep.
At first, you're just like you get to the end of the first story arc, and then everything starts anew, and you're like, wait, what just happened?
Yeah, that was a wild one. And the characters, you don't even really meet them until much later on into the series. Because at first they're just archetypes doing generic high school shit.
This one is the flirty girl. This one's a very prim and proper one. This one's a little bitch. And then by the end of the first season, you're like, oh wait, they're all incredibly badass because they've been doing this shit and subconsciously remembering it for thousands of years.
I've never seen this pumpkin mask before, but its use is to cook it and eat it.
Well, that can't be good.
Maybe.
I saw my shot and I took it, goddammit.
It's certainly creepy.
I don't know, the sort of goatsy mask that you're wearing right now is pretty scary.
Yeah, this is a thing. Goatsy mask is about the best way to say it. So we've taken to putting furniture in front of our door while we sleep.
Never a bad time for that.
Yep. Oh, we brought Kana with us.
And she's still got one good eye.
That's for sure. Yeah, I don't. This guy has way too much HP.
Yeah, I still don't have any weapons, do you?
Yep. Should have bought one.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm surprised that you haven't found a baseball bat or anything yet.
Yeah, in fact,
or even a kitchen knife.
Yeah, the apartment stalker is supposed to drop a baseball bat.
But yeah, that's what I thought.
I didn't get one. Let's see. Yeah, I think you cannot check your backstock inventory in this particular chapter. So we're just gonna wander, see what happens, buy a ticket, and lose.
Take the ride?
Unfortunately, not much of a ride. Now there's no one left to enjoy it with us. We'll have to find the missing people.
Everyone's suffering from Hinamizawa syndrome.
Let's see, what is our doom at? 67 is pretty bad.
Yep.
We need to make it even worse. Resting once added no doom to us.
Surprising.
Yep. But it's multiplicative here.
Ah.
Yeah. So that's probably all we're gonna be able to get.
That's a fair point. We did run from the stalker.
Yep, that explains it. Okay. It's said that a famous priest died on this rock. Perhaps his mysticism has seeped into it. Tap into it, or is it too risky?
Gotta tap into it.
First, I'm gonna forget the spell, and then... we got a new one! What do we get? Cauterize. Yeah, +2 stamina, no drawback.
Definitely.
I'll take it. Total freebie. It's a one-time use, but it's good use for
Never.
it.
Well, if you're as long as you're not at near full health, there's not going to be a bad time to use it.
Yeah, exactly. So, obviously, we gotta help the dog.
I've seen Resident Evil 4.
Yep. He's gonna defeat El Gigante later on.
What a good friend.
Yep. Joins the party. I mean, we got a hell of a good party at this point.
Also got Ghost following us, don't forget.
Oh, yeah. Not very helpful ghosts. They throw us into a locker full of knives, but maybe they'll come around. I think we're gonna run away from this one as well.
Yeah.
One action until sunrise. From dusk till dawn. 4% more Doom. What are we at? 83% Doom! Holy shit.
Yikes.
We might get to see my favorite bad ending in this game. This is what happens when Goizo comes to Earth.
Shoutouts to my boy Goizo!
Hell yeah. That's like the least original character in this game because there is a Japanese movie where there's like an old god coming through a mirror and his name is like Goizo or something. So that went disastrously. And we still have 2 mysteries left, I believe. I'm gonna eat this pumpkin
so, yeah.
mask. Almost 2 stamina. It wasn't doing anything, so might as well eat it. Oh, the water's
Hideous
contaminated, of
artifacts
course.
are tasty!
Yep. So now I can't do
Guess we're
anything
not
in the
filling our
apartment.
bowl.
Yep. Household hell or blood-curdling botanists. What do you want to see before we probably die?
Blood-curdling botanist.
That is a good one.
I want to see an abomination of an arboretum. We're going for the alliteration, we might as well.
Yep, that's for sure. They added this one in a update, and this was the entire update, this one mystery. And it is big enough to have warranted its own update.
Wow.
Yeah. It's got like 5 endings or something ridiculous.
And most of them only have like 3, don't they?
Yeah. 2 or 3, even. So we can cast this for free, but I don't think that will work properly. Knowledge and perception until the end of mystery for free. That's worth it. There we go. Can we cast it again? No. Okay, we used our free spell.
Yeah.
Book of Gore, yeah, we'll take the random injury. It's a torn muscle. -1 damage in combat. We haven't done any combat yet.
We've been running from it, so that's basically a freebie.
And our side quest is to visit the school twice. Let's do that now. We definitely don't want to give that guy more Doom, because we're at 82%. We can afford the fondest memory for 2 funds. And I already left the school, so I gotta go back. Finish that side quest. Okay. Here's one of my favorite events. 410 billion. Alarmed by the sound of glass breaking, you discover the corpse of a policeman lying in a pool of blood. It looks like someone or something tore his throat out.
Steal his gun!
Yep. I agree. Now we have a weapon.
Cool, free firearm.
Yep. It is Numanbu N60.
Yeah, the Japan had a. I think they still do have a firearms manufacturer by the name of Nanbu.
Ah.
So that's what that'll be a reference to.
This is a Polish developer, but he seems to know everything about Japanese culture. So must have lived there or something.
Now I've done a lot of really good research.
That's also quite possible. I think we start with 2 bullets, but again, it took away my doomometer, and that is also where the bullets are. So I don't think there's any on-screen indication of how many bullets we have, nor is there anywhere we can find it.
That's enough for you and Kana.
Yep. We'll
do you really need any more?
We got Professor Takeuchi. No one answers when you knock at Professor Takeuchi's door. This is odd since he's normally punctual about his appointments. The smell of blood tells you that something's wrong, and you quickly open the door and make your way inside. There's no sign of the professor, but the quantity of blood everywhere leaves little doubt as to what happened. But how and why? Search for clues, scavenge for items.
Clues, I think.
Knowledge check, success, good call. We have very high knowledge. So we notice a book lie on the floor. Pick it up, find that 4 pages have been torn out. We memorize the title of the book. We don't know what was in there.
Unfortunately, it was the monster at the end of this book, and he's just completely ruined the ending for us.
Yep. We did not complete the side quest. My bad. So now we can pray at this shrine, which we got there by following a trail of rotten fruit. Why did we do that? Freya,
my instinct is to destroy.
Yeah. Plus 5% doom. Unfortunate, because we failed the luck.
Man.
Luck is an invisible stat.
Yeah.
But there is an option that allows you to see it. But doom is the main thing that we could not afford to lose, so we got really screwed there.
I get the feeling we would have been boned either way.
Yeah, more than likely. Someone's watching us in the woods. Do we confront them or start running? Our dex is 7. Our charisma is even lower.
I'd say start running.
Let's go. It's a strength check, it turns out, which is very, very low, but we made it.
Roll good on that one. I've got to level up.
Yes, we do. If you set the options in the main menu to show you what you rolled every time the game does a random roll, it will tell you what you rolled against, and that is how you check your luck. We have to be very, very observant to even notice that it's happening. So my luck has been terrible. We can boost it now. And at this point, I'll take some reason.
Yeah, running a bit low in the old brain juice.
Yep. Keep wandering the woods. We only have one option. Knowledge check success. Draw an X in the forest.
This is the worst game of Minesweeper.
Yep. Falling off a rock. And finding an enemy. With no face, just like us. We should be friends, but doesn't seem like that's gonna be the case.
And this would be a really weird makeout session.
That would be paper, not view.
Look, I'm gonna give you 100 yen just to fuck off.
So, our Doom maxed out. I wasn't paying attention, and we hit that 100%. The horrible god snatched almost everyone from your city. Weeks later, you and a group of survivors have managed to cover all mirrors of a building you currently reside in. When you see your reflection in your lover's eyes, it takes you a while to realize the gut-wrenching implications. You start to scream. Goizo has found another way in.
Ah, man, that is annoyingly clever.
Yep. I've always felt this was my favorite ending. The god comes in your lover's face. Nice to meet you, Koiso.
So it's not just beauty that comes in from the eye, it's also eldritch abominations.
Yep, sometimes. Let's just do a real quick play. Randomize what the game wants to throw at us. And see what we get. I got the blue gem, and I sort of almost intentionally screwed us over there. We got the good character. This character's excellent. Because she can get an upgrade.
Solid stats.
Yeah. She's the strength character. And she can get an upgrade that makes her combat moves faster. And faster combat moves means you win all the combat encounters you get into, and then you win the game. So once we get
ourselves
that,
a big old butcher knife then.
Yeah. And we got a healing spell. We can get more spells. Enthrallment. Gain an additional follower. I'm going to do that right now.
Useful.
We summoned Asato. She smiles.
Hi, Mia Farrow. She looks like Mia Farrow from Rosemary's Child, or Rosemary's Baby.
Yep. And her outfits are not as good, unfortunately.
Yeah, sporty one's probably the best of the bunch.
Yeah, that's sort of the canon look.
Yeah.
I think can get some experience. Yeah, why not? Okay, this time we got... that's not alliteration. Moonlight Sailors, look at that. The Crimson Cape. The School Scissors, that's a classic.
Yeah, remember School Scissors.
Yeah. We also have this one, the Twilight TV Terror.
Oh, Persona 4.
Yeah, it might actually be a reference to that. But that's like a mini
Would
mystery.
not surprise me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd say go with the scissors.
Sure. Heading back to school on our day off. Aren't we diligent in our studies? Another excellent reason to do this one first is you can go right to the locker room, get a free baseball bat.
Yes!
Get ready to bash some heads in. Unfortunately, this is
faithful.
locked, but, and then there's this locker here, which is full of teeth. This might be the locker that our last character got shoved into. The ghost. We have our friend's diary. That tells us how to perform the ritual. We need a triangle and a squiggly.
Always remember the squiggly. Vitally important.
Yep. It's actually been a good long while since I did this mystery after the abnormal arms, so as to get the gun that's in that locked locker. Here's a corpse covered in tiny black spiders. Did you know that scientifically there are enough spiders on Earth to eat every human alive? But spiders don't do that, so it is merely by their mercy that humans continue to live.
You say mercy, I say laziness.
It's true.
Those spiders need to buck the fuck up.
They could be the dominant species on Earth.
So could ants, for that matter.
Some kind of planet of spiders. Study the newspaper, or it's a waste of time.
Study.
Now let's check failure.
God damn it!
Turns out we're the dumb character.
I should not be allowed to make choices anymore, because every time I make one, we get throats torn open.
Yep. I mean, this game makes you feel like you have poor decision-making skills, when really it's just heavily weighted against you. This is a Lovecraftian adventure.
I already know I make poor life choices. I don't need a game reminding me further.
Yep. So this time we actually get to do some combat.
Hell yeah.
60% chance to hit. What he's got 16. We do 5 damage each. We do 2, 10 in a turn, but a guaranteed 10, or rather, merely a very likely 10. But that's the best option we got, I think. Hey, can I do 3 and 3? Let's try this. Yes, okay. So this is probably going to wipe this out in 2 turns. That's about the best you can hope for. Excellent.
Didn't take much damage there as well.
Yeah. So there's our inverted triangle. It doesn't look quite like it does in the book. And this looks like our squiggly, though. Hopefully that's good enough for the scissor lady. With this character, the best weapon you could get anyway is the wooden bat. There was a hole here.
Ah.
Yep. So do we perform a ritual in the school like we're trying to do, but as part of the sub-mystery, pick up the book, or study the writing on the blackboard?
Pick up the book.
Plus item. Totally free. It's a dusty grimoire with a random effect.
Oh boy.
Let's find out what that random effect is. The Innsmouth look. We grew gills. No big deal.
I'm sure that'll come in handy at some point.
Interestingly enough, we can continue to use it looks like. I'll just keep that information on hand. But if you ever feel like it, just tell me to use the Dusty Grimoire, and I will do so. Suddenly, everything slows to a crawl. The Time Warper. We're much more likely to hit this guy. I think 1 boost, then 1 boosted in one of these. Really, that doesn't serve any purpose, though. Best use of our time. It's guaranteed 2 hits. Because either way, we're going to take 2 turns.
Yeah.
And the Time Warper just canceled our actions anyway. What an asshole.
Nope.
Let's hope he doesn't do that again. And he did. So now we gotta finish him off.
We have no reason left.
Yeah. Wow. Just wow. What happened there? That was weird. Yeah, I wasn't even paying attention if we needed to keep track of the second enemy this time around. Yeah. I blanked very poorly. Oh well. That's World of Horror. I have a lot more work to do in this game to get us back to where we left off last time I was playing it. But I need to do that soon because the developer has been tweeting out images of new content. So there might be another update coming relatively soon.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm. So keep an eye out for that.
We're going to get around to... When are we going to get around to doing anything for Hauser? There needs to be more ginger demonic cats.
Yeah, I mean, with the sheer breadth of references that get crammed into this game, literally anything is possible. Literally anything.
Yep.
But, thanks for joining me. That's a good stream, I would say. Good stream, folks.
Well, I had fun.
I strongly agree. I was going to play more Ape Out tomorrow, but we finished it, so...
Yeah, kind of a bit pointless, isn't it?
Yep. We're gonna have to stream Charlie Murder at some point.
Yes. Yes. Need to see if we can get the multiplayer working on that again.
Yeah, I would think we would be able to do that pretty easily.
Yeah, because we tried doing it previously. Everything went to hell. My microphone died for some reason. Still not sure why.
Yeah, it burned out like 2 computers and all of our microphones, and yeah, it was a disaster.
Yeah, dog caught on fire. Not my dog. It was just a dog in the street. Just caught on fire somehow. Not quite sure what happened there.
So yeah, we'll announce another stream soon enough. We will probably miss tomorrow, it looks like, because we did too well. Whoops.
Victims of our own success.
Exactly. We'll announce something soon. Thanks, as always, for joining us.
Anytime.
See you
Later.
around, folks. Good night.